comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. I'm sorry last week's failed, but as we were doing the recording, my hard drive crashed and we lost all our recordings. So this is a repeat for us. Nobody else has seen it. And hopefully this time it goes okay. And we are looking forward into 2022 at the TV series and the movies coming out in 2022. There's a lot of them. And in each of our episodes, we're looking at one each. So we've done 4 already in our previous 2 shows. We've just done 2 in Alan's show, and we're going to be doing 2 here today. So in Alan's show, I talked about Moon Knight, and Alan talked about Super Pets. Some really good specs. Alan put in there a couple of really good specs at a nice cheap price that I'll be out searching for before this goes out, so you can't nick them before me. Right. Right. So Alan, it's you're going first. What's your choice?
Okay, so James Gunn is going to be doing a holiday special this Christmas. And it's the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. So it's going to basically feature all the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's going to be a TV show. It's not going to be in the theaters, but it's going to be a TV show, probably on Disney Plus. And I think it's sort of preparing. Like what I've noticed with Marvel is when they do stuff on TV, like on the Disney Plus, they basically use it and use the stories from that to kind of introduce characters or things for the movies. So I actually believe that they're going to set some things up in this holiday special, even though it's a holiday special, that will play important roles in the next Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So with all that being said, my very first spec, or not spec, but actually, I'm not sure which one to show. Okay, I'll show the cheapest one. This is the cheapest one in here. This one. And I really think that this is underrated book. This is like horribly underrated book. Like this is like a $10 to $20 book. And it shouldn't be a $10 or $20 book. It's the first appearance of Nebula. And I don't know why it's so cheap. I really don't. Nebula is a character that's been in multiple movies now. You know, she's a character that people like. She's cool. And yet she is an affordable spec. Like very, very affordable. If you, what I'd recommend, get this book. This is Avengers 257. But also get Avengers 260. So 260 is where she makes her cover appearance.
Okay.
So you get, I'd recommend these 2 books, and they're both $10, $20 or less.
I've got
you can get them cheaply.
3 copies of that and one 9.8 because it's just ridiculously low price. Yeah,
even a 9.8, I think you can get for like $100, maybe.
Yeah, I got mine for 80 or 90. Yeah, 9.8.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like so affordable. It's crazy. Actually, you know what's funny? She has her own solo series. And that book is like over $100. So it doesn't make sense. Like I actually picked up that book when it was still cheap for $60 as a 9.8. But I don't get it. Why that book should be more expensive than her true first appearance. It just doesn't make any sense.
And the actress who plays Nebula, it's Jenna Coleman, isn't it? The woman who used to be in Doctor Who.
No. Who plays Nebula?
Yeah, who plays Nebula?
What's the girl's name? She's super tall. I met her in real life. She's like 6'1" or something. She's like this, like she was towering over me. I was like, wow, you're really tall. She also plays some other character. What is she plays what's the other character she plays? She plays another character as well.
Okay, don't worry, I'll put it in the edit.
Yeah, I know her name. I just don't know her name. It's like one of those ones I'm blanking on.
Yeah.
She's very famous. Yeah, and very
I'll
tall.
put it in the edit. I'll put it in the edit.
So I really should know
Right.
her names, considering I met her.
Right, so I'm going to be talking about Doctor Strange. So we have got the second Doctor Strange movie coming up, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I'm going to show you some Doctor Strange ones, but Alan has got one that, you know, he's got one I haven't got. So, and I think he needs to show it because it is quite relevant.
Yeah, I'll show it later.
But I'm going to start off by showing the first appearance of Doctor Strange is Strange Tales 110. I haven't got Strange Tales 110. I probably added. Have you got Strange Tales 100? Yes, he has got it. Of course you would.
It's right there.
Okay. However, I do have the first cover appearance of Doctor Strange, Strange Tales 118. Now, you might think it's this character here. It's not. It's this little picture down here at the bottom. That is Doctor Strange's first cover appearance. You know, and I think it's a better cover than Strange Tales 110, where we get a character called Paste Pot Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Major
a very. So if like me, you need to collect on some sort of a budget, then I would go Strange Tales 118, the first cover appearance of Doctor Strange.
Cool. So that's definitely a good one. I'll show quickly the one that you were mentioning.
Yes, do.
It's this one. This is kind of a key book as well that isn't quite under the radar anymore. This is What If Doctor Strange Were a Disciple of Dormammu? And it's number 18. This is the very first appearance of evil Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
So kind of a key book. And it's a double key in a weird way because it is a what if title. And we saw in the What If series he was introduced. I think it kind of sets both things up. So I think it's good for that What If series, and it's also good for the Doctor Strange movie. So kind of one I'd recommend. So that's number 18.
And it was one of the series. What If episodes I thought was really good.
Yeah, actually it was my favorite of the episodes.
Yeah.
And the zombies. I like zombies.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but next I should show some more I'll show some more what's it called? Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is Guardians one second. I don't like the fact that you can't really see the book. Let's kind of open it up. Okay. So this is Marvel Spotlight Volume 2, number 6. And this is the first comic appearance of Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Now, Star-Lord actually appeared in the magazine first, but this is his first comic appearance. And it's actually a fairly affordable book. It went up during the second Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but I think it's come down, and I think it's one of those ones you can pick up fairly affordably. Like I'd say like a high grade, like 200 to 300 would be my guess. So yeah, I just first appearance of Star-Lord, kind of a major character for Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, that's my next one.
The good one. Okay, my next one is Doctor Strange number 1, which I think is a great cover. Now, interestingly, this gets recorded as his first solo series, which is interesting because we did get Strange Tales converted into Doctor Strange at number 169, but that does not count as his first solo series, probably because it started off as Strange Tales. Mm-hmm. So this is Doctor Strange's first solo series, number 1. And a really classic cover.
Great cover.
And you told me it's got something else about it as well. Has it got a first appearance or something?
First appearance of, I got to look at what it says on the slide.
Oh, is it the silver? There's something.
Silver Dagger. Silver Dagger.
First appearance of Silver Dagger, who's a sort of black magic cardinal. So there we go. Doctor Strange, #1.
That's a great book. Okay, so my next one, and I'll actually show two books to show it. I'll show the expensive one and the cheaper one. So this is Tales to Astonish number 13, and this is the first cover appearance of Groot. Did you bring your book? I
forgot. I'm going to put it in the edit. I did send you the details.
Yes.
So what Alan is referring to is I've got an Alan Class book which has got a cover on it which is very, very similar to that.
Similar.
And I checked the date. So the Alan Class one is a reproduction. It's a reproduction, I think, of Journey into Mystery, Journey Adventures in Mystery or something. And I checked the publication date of the original, and it was about 9 months before that one. So I suspect the House of Ideas, Marvel, copied that.
Yeah, it was strikingly similar. So this is the first appearance of Groot. This is a pretty expensive book. So if you can't afford this, this is like $1,000, $2,000 range. Even though mine is like a green label, like it's like still around that $1,000 to $2,000 range. But it's from 1960. It's Jack Kirby. It's got some pretty major people associated with it. Steve Ditko did the cover. It's got some pretty major people behind it. So that's Groot's first appearance. Now, Groot's kind of like third appearance, but actually first appearance as the character we know now in the movie. Is this one, which is Incredible Hulk Annual number 5. And we got all the these are all the monsters that were mentioned in Tales to Astonish, but we got Groot being Groot here. And this is kind of where Groot becomes the character we kind of associate with him. So this is the first kind of modern sale. The second appearance of Groot is like a reprint of Tales to Astonish, which is where monsters dwell or something like that. Or creatures dwell or something like that.
To be honest, it isn't really Groot. It's called Groot, but effectively it's just a tree. It's just a tree monster that attacks.
Tree monster, yeah. So that's the tree monster. This is Groot. So this is the one to get. Incredible Hulk Annual number 5.
Yeah, good one. Good one. Okay, next one up. And this is I'm going to show this one, but I think there's 3 comics here that go. There's this one and the following 2. And it's Doctor Strange 60. And what we've got here is Dracula and the Darkholders battling Doctor Strange for the Darkhold. And we've also got Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, as she was Captain Marvel at this stage, I think. And I think this is a potential real key because, are we going to see Dracula at some stage? I think we are. Is the Darkhold going to be important in the MCU? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Are we going to see Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange fighting together? Yes, we are. So this one and the following 2, which is was a sort of three comic arc, I think are really good pickups, and nobody's picked up on this. I think these are good spec.
Yeah, it's a very under the radar spec, and it's an obvious spec in a weird way, because the trailer showed he goes right up to Scarlet Witch and starts talking about the Darkhold. That's a very good spec, I think, a very strong spec. It's one that I'm looking for actually, so it's a good book to pick up.
Get 61 and 62 as well.
So 60, 62, or 61 and 62, 3 books. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so basically I'm showing you all the first team appearances for the Guardians of the Galaxy and my thing here. And the reason I'm showing you all the first appearances is that those are the books that are usually kind of get the little bump in terms of price. And that's why I always like to go for things that are sort of guarantees, something that's, you don't have to like, oh, will this character appear? Will, those ones you like, sort of like, it's like winning the jackpot if you're right, but it's like losing the jackpot if you're wrong,
Yeah.
because, so I kind of prefer to go for things that are a little bit more, less speculative, more kind of certainty. So the next one I'm going to show is Gamora's first appearance, which is a terrible first appearance, I got to say, because it's not a great cover. I don't really like this cover, to tell you the truth. But this is her cover, her first appearance, not her first cover appearance, but it is her first appearance. And this is Strange Tales 180. And it's also got Warlock on it, so that's maybe a double thing. But it's definitely one that I think is undervalued again. Just another book.
Yeah, it is.
Both Nebula and Gamora's first appearances are kind of undervalued, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because they're sort of side characters rather than main characters.
Well, so there is a rumor that either the holiday special or the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is going to be kind of doing a deeper dive into either Rocket Raccoon or Gamora or Nebula. And I think I think what's going to happen is we're going to get that deep dive into Rocket Raccoon in the holiday special. And then we're going to get the deep dive into Nebula and Gamora in the movie. So I think this book next year is kind of more poised to kind of go up even more. So that'd be my guess. So
all right, next one. This book has already taken off, so you're too late.
Too late.
It's Doctor Strange 81, and it's good for a couple of reasons. First is it's the last in the this particular volume of Doctor Strange, so it's always good to get the last one. But more importantly, it's the first appearance of one of Doctor Strange's apprentices called Rintar, who is, believe it or not, a green Minotaur. Now, I think there's a toy come out or something with a green Minotaur in it. And also people are claiming they can see a green Minotaur somewhere in the
trailer.
In the trailer. So people are and Rintar can travel through dimensions. So he could be acting as a guide for Doctor Strange as he travels through the multiverse. So this book has gone loopy recently.
It's a great book.
I bought this over a year ago, very cheaply, because it was the first appearance of Rintar. So there we go.
So what made you pick up? Why did you want to spec on Rintar? Why did you think he was good?
I was watching. There's a channel that I watch, and I don't think you watch it, called Mr. Miracle, and he does once a month. He comes on and he doesn't do much content. I think he only posts 2 or 3 times a month, and once a month he comes on and he does what he says under the radar specs. And every single one he's picked, and they're all about $10-$20, and every single one he's picked has hit.
Wow, that's really good.
He picked it, and I just follow his picks. So he said first appearance of Rintar. I'd never heard of Rintar, and I said because because of his record on picks, I just went and picked it.
Yeah, might as well, right? Like for $10, hey.
Exactly.
It's basically you're betting a cup of coffee. So if you can't lose a cup of coffee, then
this one paid off. I mean, this is more than $10 now.
I think it's like $100 now, like
$70
to $100. $70
to $100 raw.
Yeah. So I've seen that one. That's a pretty pricey book now. So here's one that also has taken off. It's got a couple of major appearances in it. It's Iron Man 55. And but I'm trying to mention all the team appearances, and this is a Drax the Destroyer's first appearance. So this was kind of I have a funny story because I was collecting all the Guardians of the Galaxy characters, and so I was like trying to get this book, and I was like, why is this book so expensive? Drax is he's a cool character and all, but why is it so expensive? Well, it just happens that there's another kind of minor character that made his first appearance in here. I'm not sure if you know him, like Thanos. I think that's the right pronunciation.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him. Yeah,
you heard about him. Yeah, somebody. He might be a B or C tier character. Somebody in there. So he made his first appearance in here too. So it's one of those books that is very expensive. I got a 4.0 because I was like, I'm not going to pay like $1,000 or $2,000. It was really expensive even when I bought this one. So
that is the comic I've paid the most ever for. So I've got a 9.4.
Wow.
Quadruple signed.
Oh, okay.
And I paid $2,500 for it.
Yeah.
I think I've doubled my money. I think if I was to sell it through easily, I think if I sold it through Heritage, it's got Stanley, it's got all the big names on it.
All the big names, yeah. So this book I paid less than $100 for. so I did well too. I did well.
Yeah. You will. That's worth 500, I would think.
Yeah. So I bought it before the prices went up, but I was even thinking that was expensive. But yes, it actually has like a lot of first appearances. It also has the first appearance of Starfire. It does. Star
Fox.
So we got Star Fox, we got the Blood Brothers, we got Thanos, we got and Drax. So lots of key people in this book. Great book. This is one I still think it has room to grow. It's like one of those books that I think has too much going for it.
That's like an Amazing Fantasy 15 and a Hulk 181. It's not going anywhere. That is a blue chip collectible.
It's a blue chip book.
If you buy it, your money's safe. It's going to hold its value.
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those ones that even if it drops, that's when you buy, basically, and because it's going to come back up.
It's like a blue chip stock. If it's like a blue chip stock, if you buy a blue chip stock, yes, they'll go down occasionally, but over the long term, they're going to go up.
Yeah, that's the way I see it too. Okay, do you have any more, or do you want me to show my last?
I've got one more. It's another sort of Doctor Strange meets. This is Doctor Strange meets Brother Voodoo for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this is Doctor Strange 48, and you can see Brother Voodoo. I keep saying Doctor Brother Voodoo down there.
Brother Voodoo, yeah.
And I think we're getting Brother Voodoo in the film. The rumors are
they've been talking about that for the longest time. So I think so, but I'm not sure.
Well, it was one of those films that's been delayed, hasn't it? So, finally going to see it in the next 3 or 4 months. I think it's April, isn't it? So there we go. The first meeting of Doctor Strange and Brother Voodoo.
Wow. So that's a good one. And my last book, I didn't show this character yet. So this is Incredible Hulk 271. And it's the first appearance of Rocket Raccoon in comics. But it's also the first appearance of, now I'm forgetting his name, and it doesn't say it on the cover. Something O'Hare. It's like
Bucky O'Hare.
Is it Bucky O'Hare? No, I don't know.
I think it's Bucky O'Hare.
No, that's a different character.
Is it? Okay.
I think maybe it's Bucky O'Hare. Is it Bucky O'Hare? It's like it's Rocket's Raccoon's nemesis.
Okay. So, well, there is a character called Bucky O'Hare, so
maybe it's Bucky O'Hare. I don't know. So, but it's an O'Hare. Okay. So the point is, James Gunn has a tendency of picking quirky characters as being like in the movies that he makes. So it could be that it's Santa Claus that makes an appearance in the holiday special, which would make the most sense. And that's, that book has been spiked pretty much out of the stratosphere. But another potential character is this one. I think it's something O'Hare. And you can put it in the thing that I just blanked on. Is it
I'll put it in the edit.
We'll see it in the edit. We'll find out in the edit if it's which character it was. I knew it last time. I just forgot it this time for some reason. So one of the things that the High Evolutionary did was he was basically playing with animals. And I have a feeling that we're going to see some of these animals that he played with. Rocket Raccoon being most famous, but maybe some evil ones might play a role as well. So that's a bit of an extra spec on that one. So that's Incredible Hulk 271. That book has gone up fairly well. It's again, $200-$300, maybe $400 range. Yeah. I don't have a super high grade. Mine, when I bought it raw, and
even though you had it slabbed.
I had it slabbed. They always complain like PGX is like really soft grader, but I think they graded me too hard. It is the only issue with it is it's a little bit dirty. If it was cleaned, I think it would grade like way higher because there's no bends or breaks or anything. And they graded it as a 6. I was like, really? 6? I thought it was gonna be like an 8. Okay, so they were pretty harsh. So for all those people that think PGX is an easy grader, not so much. I should have gotten it cleaned. That's maybe why it got such a low grade. But oh well. So that's Incredible Hulk 271. First appearance in comics of Rocket Raccoon.
Good spec. Good comic. Right. What do you think of whether these are going to be a success or not?
So holiday special, they can't really go wrong. It's going to be James Gunn. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good time. Everyone's going to have nothing else to do. It's Christmas. It's just going to be fun. I think it's going to be a fun time. And I think, James Gunn is good at making humor as long as he doesn't make it like super gory, where all the characters get killed, then we should be okay.
So he can do that he's doing that in Peacemaker, I think. I think he doesn't need to do that on Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah,
he did that in Suicide Squad, but I don't think he's going to do that with Marvel's characters. So I think we'll be okay. So I have a feeling it's going to be a really successful show. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I'm a big James Gunn fan. And he did everything he's done on Guardians of the Galaxy has been perfect. So I can't see him getting it wrong on a holiday special, and I think he will be leading into the next film.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
Yeah. So it's bound to be a success.
Yeah, I think so too.
Doctor Strange.
So how about Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange, I think it's going to be huge. It's going to be. I mean, it's just Doctor Strange, you got all these awesome characters. I like Cumberbatch. He's just a really great actor. I think it's going to have the same tone as Spider-Man did, where they focus on storytelling, focus on just characters and just fan appreciation and just tell a great, awesome story. I think it's going to have that same tone.
I think it's going to benefit from the Spider-Man No Way Home because it's going to be the next big Marvel film, which people are sort of, familiar with after the, and there's going to be a 3 or 4 month gap. So I think people who've enjoyed Spider-Man No Way Home will go, oh, let's go and see Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Because it's got, we had Benedict Cumberbatch in Spider-Man No Way Home as a fairly major character. And he's going to be the main character in the Doctor Strange. So I think it's going to be big box office. It's going to make money. And it's going to set up a whole load of stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like the like Eternals was meant to be this, but I think it's going to be Doctor Strange that's actually going to achieve it, where they set up the multiverse and really set up a whole bunch of things going forward for phase 4. Now we're in, is it phase 4?
Yeah, something like that.
Whatever phase we're in, it's going to be the one that basically sets all this up. It's going to set up everything. So it's going to be a huge movie, I think, and I have really high expectations for it. I think it's going to be very fun too. I really like Wanda.
Yeah, I do as well.
So
yeah, me too.
I like the fact that she's going to play a major role. I like, I like the fact that they're going to have evil Doctor Strange in there. I think there's going to be like so many things that they can pull in from the What If series and from these other things that there's just too much stuff that will be like fan service that fans are going to just go crazy for it, I think.
Yeah, we might get Agatha as well.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. Maybe she was behind it all along. So yeah, it'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's it for another week. Hopefully my computer does not crash. We don't have to do this a third time. Right. Okay, thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
See you next week.